Good morning. I see you. Hi, Veronica.
Oh, good morning, Popeyes.
I swear, it's like he knows. He's like, up, everybody's up. Coffee Talk. Good morning, Taff. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to Coffee Talk. Golly, I can smell my own breath. Holy coffee breath. So I went for my colonic yesterday, and I posted the whole thing on my Instagram stories. I'm not going to post my experience on Facebook. I think it's a little much for Facebook. So if you want to know how it went, go over to my Instagram and click on my profile picture, and it'll take you to my stories and take you through it. Today is Memorial Day. So hopefully you are going to get to enjoy the day off. And we bought the kids a bingo set, like a real bingo set, you know, the kind where you turn it and the little balls come out, whatever. So last night we barbecued in the backyard and let the kids stay up late. So nice. And we just played family bingo for like an hour. Everybody got a turn to call a game. And my kids are so funny. They put their free space on, you know, they put their chip on the free space. And then when they get one, hi Eric, when they get one number, oh, Susan Hall, you'll have to let me know what you think. When they get one number, they're right away, they're like, 3 more to a bingo, 3 more to a bingo. They are like eternal bingo optimists. I'm like, you guys are amazing. Okay, look at this lover. Look at this lover. People think Dobermans, seriously, Dobermans get a bad rap, guys. If you are thinking about rescuing or adopting and you have the space in your home for a Doberman, please consider. Large black dogs have the hardest time getting adopted. Older, large black dogs, please consider a Doberman. They get the worst rap, and they are so, Lori, 4 times, I love you and your son. Please consider a Doberman. Look at this face. Look at this face, America and Australia and Europe. Okay. My love. Okay. All right. Now go lay down. Oh, yucky. Okay. All right. So I want to tell you about this conversation that I had with my cousin. I've been saving the conversation till Memorial Day. So my cousin, who's really Michael's cousin, but now he's my cousin, right? My cousin, I'm not allowed to tell you. He told me I'm not allowed to tell you what he does in the military, because he's not allowed to be on social media or anything. He does like a very, I don't know what it would be called, like covert, I guess, job, where he literally gets a call at 2:00 in the morning and they're like, you need to go. And he has to pack up and go. And he was getting ready to go on his 4th tour that I know of. And he has a wife and a kid and maybe another kid and maybe another kid. I can't tell you. Anyway, and I said to him, I don't understand how you keep leaving them. Like, make me understand. You keep re-enlisting, you keep getting promoted, and I know this is your calling, because that's how he explained it to me. It really is his calling, okay? He said, much in the way that Father Bob calling is to be a priest, right? That's Bobby's actual calling. His calling is to serve his country. He felt it from the time he was young. His father was a something, and he just always wanted to do this, right? So he said to me, it's a calling. It's bigger than I am, right? And I said, but you have a wife now and children. Like, I don't understand. Forget the danger, right? We all get the danger that's involved. It's the physicality of leaving all the time, right? I say, how do you keep leaving them? And he said that knowing that he is doing his part to protect a country that and keep them safe is more important to him than the day-to-day minutia. Now, you and I may not get that. Like, I don't get that. I'm like, but you miss like kindergarten graduations, and you miss like, I don't know, learning how to ride a bike and tying shoes and all of these things. And he says, yeah, but there would be none of those things if there weren't people like me who got up in the middle of the night and ran off to serve and protect this country. And I just was like, is that real? Like, really? I mean, I guess I'm naive to that to some degree, because that's not my world, right? That's not my existence. And he said, I don't know that I could live a civilian life anymore. It just isn't who I am. I have a calling to serve my country. And that is, and he said, and that is why I get up and I go every time. And yes, Kelly Berry, he is the reason, right? He is the reason that we get to sit out on the back porch and enjoy our barbecues and play bingo until 9 o'clock at night and make ice cream sundaes. And I know this is going to sound really, I don't know, sexist or feminist, or I don't know what the word is. So please forgive me, but I'm just sharing my thoughts. I guess there's a smaller part of me that understand how the men do it, maybe, but do you know that there are women who do it? There are women who get up and answer the call and leave their families. And I just think, like, you mothers are, I don't even have a word. Is there a word higher than hero? I don't even know, because I just cannot imagine. Like, I have to leave my kids for a week for work, and I think, I start counting sleeps, right? Like, I literally start counting sleeps. I can't imagine. Like, my niece has just been given her orders. My niece is going to Okinawa, Japan for 3 years. Imagine if she had children. 3 years? Y'all, I don't know. To anybody who serves this country in any capacity, I don't even care if you sit at a desk and file paperwork, if you are a recruiter, whatever capacity you serve that I don't have that calling for. I did try to join the reserves. I tried to join the reserves in January, and they told me I was too old. They told me I was too old, which hurt my feelings a little bit, but it is what it is, right? But I didn't have that calling. My dad apparently didn't have the calling either. My dad served in the United States Army, but not before burning his draft card on the news in Brooklyn, because he was a hippie and he didn't believe in war. He believed that war made rich people richer and brought death to people who didn't deserve it. My father did not believe in the war. He was a hippie who believed in love and peace, and he burned his draft card. And guess what happens when you burn your draft card on the news? The government sees you and they come and find you. So, oh my God, Lauren, we would literally be like Private Benjamin, the remake. And we would be like, these pants don't fit. Are there other options? You know what's so funny about my dad? Total sidebar. I didn't even find out that my dad served in the Army until after he died. When we were cleaning out the garage after he died, I found a picture of my father in like his Army shot, picture. They take pictures of you, the government does. And I go, Mom, what is this? And she goes, oh, your father served in the Army for 4 years. I go, my father, who was this skinny and like believed that everybody should smoke pot and sing Kumbaya in some sort of circle? My father served in the Army. She goes, oh, not by choice. He was drafted and he was miserable, but he served his country. And I go, wait, I need to hear this because you guys don't understand. My mother's like a crazy Italian. Like, I feel like my mother could make it in the Army better than my father. My father was like, every time anyone fought, my father would be like, there's no reason to fight. Just love each other and get along. I'm like, Dad, that's not real. We have to fight, Dad. Lenore, I am Jamie P. Sullivan on Instagram. Jaime P. Sullivan on Instagram. Okay, so anyway, really? So anyway, my mom says to me, well, you got to hear this story. So she basically tells me the story of how my dad burned his draft card on the news. They were doing a news report from Central Park. This is real. And my dad came with his draft card on the news and was like, no war, make peace, not war, make love, not war. Like, one of those people, that was my dad. One of those people. And like set his draft card on fire and was like, no war, war makes people richer and kills people. Like, okay. And the government was like, oh, you want to burn your draft card? We know where you live. So they found him in Brooklyn. And they made him enlist. And my mom said that he ended up really loving the Army, not the war. My mom said he never loved the war. He never believed in the cause. He was not, my father just was not that guy. He was raised by a single mom who had been through so much heartache from my grandfather cheating on her and leaving her that she just taught her boys. She raised 2 boys by herself just to love. But anyway, the point is that Lou, my dad, served in the Army for 4 years. And he ended up loving the Army and still had friends from the Army, which doesn't surprise me because my dad could make friends with an antelope and still be friends with the antelope 40 years later. Anyway, my grandfather was a fighter in the Navy, a fighter, like an actual boxer. But he was on a ship for years. He was in the Navy. My father-in-law was a pilot for the Air Force. We got all kinds of people. But anyway, I totally am like now talking in circles because I'm excited to talk about my dad. But I just wanted you to understand why my cousin said why these people keep leaving. These soldiers who get up every day and run for their country. They believe it truly that it is a calling. So to anybody who serves, oh, Tammy, I love that. You raised the hero. To anybody who serves this country, any country, but today, America, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you do and for answering a calling that I'm not brave enough to answer. I am not. I just am not. And just know that we love you and we salute you. And I hope that anybody who is overseas gets to see this video. If you guys could all share it, maybe somebody overseas will get to see it and they'll know how much we love them and appreciate them answering the call every time. And to the wives and husbands who stay behind and help keep the homes together and the children taken care of. You are amazing because it is a thankless job. And so today we thank you. Every day we thank you, but today we really thank you. Ow, my leg is itching. So anyway, I have to teach my children. They want me to teach them what Memorial Day is. That's never fun because now I have to teach them about war and teach them about death, and none of that is ever fun, but they want me to teach them. So I'm gonna go play bingo for the 850th time. Let's today definitely do our video for Wounded Warriors. So important. Please don't leave. The more of you that stay, the more money they. Okay. All right. I love you guys so much today. Have a great, great day and eat lots of food. And wear sunscreen.